today is called Good Shepherd Sunday. The Church calls us to reflect the image of Christ as Good Shepherd and his unique relationship to his flock, the Church. In our congregation, the Christocentric dimension is founded in the love for Christ, Redeemer and Savior, merciful and loving Shepherd, who lives and gives himself freely and abundantly for the salvation of men. These qualities are revealed in his love towards the poor, and especially towards the children and victims of any form of discrimination. Father Luis, filled with the spirit of such love, expressed that love in many through his works in mercy for the outcast, the prisoner, the orphan.
The Good Shepherd is the ideal of our spirituality. The founder gives this image as orientation for every brother. So it's an orientation for our mission to treat our boys with this attitude of the Good Shepherd, calling them by their name, going forward with a good example, giving them fresh water and grass. And also, this is a model for us as a fraternity. We should treat our brothers like this, like the Good Shepherd treats his flock, especially to create community, to create brotherhood in a way that everybody could grow as a zagal of the Good Shepherd. Not a community where we have to subordain or be little. No, a community where we can grow, where we can develop, that we all be together could be followers of the Good Shepherd for ourselves and for the young that we assemble to.
Love is the charism of the congregation, preferentially towards children and youths who have deviated from truth and goodness. He himself tried to imitate the Good Shepherd's great love, whether as a religious or as a founder and bishop. On his episcopal coat of arms, he had this word written, "I give my life for my sheep." Father Luis can rightly say with St. Paul, "Be imitators of me as I am of Christ." This dimension, then, essentially requires of following Christ the Redeemer, good and merciful Shepherd, who comes to look for those who have been lost.
When Jesus saw the vast crowd, he had pity on them, for they were like sheep without a shepherd. Our first step in doing pastoral ministry is to look at the people, to go out to them, to look at their world, to strive to know and understand their lives, to share their lives, and to feel their dreams and anxieties, to be one with them. A pastoral minister who feels in the belief that he knows all the answers of the questions of the people, even before he asks those questions to them, is not worthy of his name. More effective shall he be when he is able first of all to share the doubts and hesitations of the people, to ask their own questions, and to dream their own dreams. However, we must remember that ours is a pastoral look. We have to look at the people in the eyes of Christ, the Good Shepherd. Now, in looking at the situations of the people nowadays, we can really see that they are in doubts, they feel anxieties, they feel hunger, they experience nothingness. So what can we do as a Good Shepherd to them? Be with them, feel their sorrows, be with them their struggles, give them hope, and show them that you are like Christ, the Good Shepherd, who is ready to offer his life for his sheep. Again, like Christ, we have to look at those people in the eyes of Jesus, the Good Shepherd.
In 1926, Father Luis wrote to his religious his so-called last will letter. Also, beloved sons and daughters, you whom the Lord established as little shepherds of his flock are the ones to go in search of the lost sheep and bring the stray back to the flock of the Good Shepherd. Father Luis also wrote, the religious will work diligently to strengthen their spirit and enkindle their will and their love for God by means of prayer to communicate to their neighbor that divine love and to be more disposed to serving Him through the works of the congregation.
This amigo believe that the reason of doing mission is for the integral development of every young people towards sanctity. However, it has become apparent in our generation that the rate of juvenile delinquents is growing every year. In fact, it continues to threaten our society. However, the Amigonian spirituality responds to the present situation of our society, particularly to the integral growth of our young people. Every religious is called to this, and we believe that a child redeemed is a generation saved. Which means that you are not only helping their present situation, but looking towards a better generation. If we can be an instrument of change to one of these young, if we could be a living witness, it is the saving action of God working. A generation will be saved. One of the famous and beautiful stories in the Gospel on different accounts and explicated thoroughly by Father Founder in his words and examples, the parable of the Good Shepherd, Christ, becomes the spirituality of the Founder, which is the root of becoming the apostle of the youth. Our Founder and we, the religious Amigonians of our time, are collaborators or little shepherds of God's flock. Thus, it makes a great sense of love and service that the tertiary Capuchins existed because of that need. The Amigonian pedagogy does not only aim for the basic needs of the youth or of the children, but it also gives importance to let them be of themselves and realizing their value as a good person in the mainstream of society. Every religious is not only an example of good deeds, but also the experience and exercise of freedom within thyself.